Welcome to Shootin' It Straight with Stan. I'm your host, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states, top independent agent in the country, and the tallest, if you're keeping score. Today's topic is annuities are boring, and that's a good thing. Okay? In the world that we're living in now, where it's a bull market, at the time of this taping, check the date, raging bull market. You can throw a dart at it and be a genius. I always say don't confuse a bull market with genius. But there's still 14,000 people turning age 65 every single day looking for guarantees, looking for pension-type lifetime income payments. Why? Good question. Because there's no pensions. Unless you work for the state or a good labor union or the federal government, military, whatever, you don't have a pension. You have a 401k, a 403b, a 457 savings account, whatever that you're going to have to convert into a lifetime income stream. And annuities, there's many types, but there's 4 types that provide lifetime income. You're going to have to look at one of those 4 types for lifetime income if you want to add to the current annuity that you already own, which is Social Security. And yes, that is an annuity. It's the best inflation annuity on the planet because politicians just randomly raise it because they want your vote. Okay? So annuities are boring, and that's a good thing. The way that the Annuity Man, and we're the top seller of fixed annuities on the planet, and we're located in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're direct to consumer. We're licensed in all 50 states. Everybody in my office is licensed in all 50 states, so they can talk to you. But we only look at contractual guarantees. You own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. The will do are the contractual guarantees of the policy. You go, wait a minute, Stan, isn't there any market growth or upside potential? Not in our world. Now, annuity agents will tell you they have the product that can do it all and market growth and blah, blah, blah. They don't. They don't have that. If you want market growth, never, ever, ever buy an annuity. We use an acronym called PIL. P stands for principal protection. I stands for income for life. L stands for legacy. The other L stands for long-term care. If you don't need to contractually solve for one or more of those items in the PIL, you don't need an annuity. There's no G for growth. There's no S for stock market. There's none of that. Okay, so if anyone's saying that they have it, they don't. Okay, they just really don't. If you want market growth, don't buy an annuity. All right, the boring part about annuities, which is a good thing, are the contracts between you and the life insurance company that issues the annuity. Life insurance companies issue annuities. Okay, and life insurance companies have the big buildings for a reason because they know we're going to die, as opposed to property and casualty companies that don't know when the hurricane or fire is going to hit, or the tornado, or the hurricane, Zeke, in my Florida abode when I'm in Florida. The boring nature of annuities is owning the contractual guarantee. The good about that is you know exactly what's going to happen. There's no surprises when you buy annuities for contractual guarantees. There's no surprises whatsoever. When you're buying lifetime income, we're only looking at A+ or better carriers because we're going to marry, M-A-R-R-Y, not M-E-R-R-Y, marry that carrier for life. They have to be solid, A+ or better. No exceptions, okay, for lifetime income. That's boring. Why? Because they're going to pay for as long as you're breathing, and we'll structure that lifetime income payment, if it's joint life, so it pays for as long as one of you is breathing. And when the second one of you dies, 100% of any unused money goes back to the list of beneficiaries of the policy. In other words, the evil annuity company doesn't keep a penny. Pretty boring, right? Yeah, but boring is good. Remember, when you're looking for growth, then do the stock market, do the ETFs, buy the whiz-bang companies, the 10-baggers as they call it. But part of your portfolio, and the older you get, has to be in what I call transfer risk products. You're transferring the risk to solve for principal protection. You're transferring the risk to solve for income for life. So you have to start transferring the risk. You have to start de-risking your portfolio. You have to start making your portfolio boring. Boring. People ask me all the time, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, what do you do with your money? Boring. Everything's boring. Everything's contractual. Boring. But I go by the Warren Buffett principle. Rule number 1, Warren said a long time ago, and he just, at the time of the statement, he just retired, which is kind of cool. I think he's 100. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, don't forget rule number 1. I drink the Kool-Aid. I drink the Annuity Man Kool-Aid. I'm not saying you have to do that, but what I am saying is you need to start putting in place that income floor. And what's the income floor? That's Social Security, best inflation annuity on the planet. Pension, if you're so fortunate, if you're one of the 9% that have a pension. RMDs constitute an annuity because you have to take money out every single year at a specific age. The IRS is going to tap you on the shoulder. That income floor, the money that's hitting your bank account every single month so that you can live the life that you work so hard to live. Boring, right? So you go to the cocktail party and people are talking about all the stocks they buy and all the options they're doing, and they're buying futures or whatever they're doing, Bitcoin, whatever. Man, that's great. And I wish them the best, and you need to wish them the best, but you need to look at them and when they ask you what you're doing, you need to say boring, it's contractual. I met this guy, Stan the Annuity Man. I saw him on the internet and talked to him and his team, and they're all about boring contractual guarantees. But boring in chapter 2 of your life, and by the way, chapter 2 is what I call retirement. I hate the word retirement. Chapter 2 is about you. Chapter 2 is about you. Chapter 2 is about contractual guarantees. Chapter 2 is about boring financially. I want your life to be dynamic and travel and go see the kids and the grandkids and go to Europe and do your thing. But your financial side, boring. So boring's good. And we are positioning annuities the correct way. Contractual guarantees only. No hypotheticals, theoreticals, back-tested, unicorns chasing the butterfly numbers that you go to the bad chicken dinner, expensive steak dinner seminar and hear, or you go on the internet and some guy's like, I can get you 25% of bonus and 10% a year and protect the principal. Yeah, I've got a pill that will give you six-pack abs if you take it. Give me a break. If it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time. Annuities are boring. If you go to that seminar like my mom does in St. Augustine, Florida, she's 86, she goes to 3 every week. I keep saying to her, can you just raise your hand and just go, boring, in your little voice? I wish she would do. Annuities are boring. They need to be boring. They are boring. Contractual guarantees are boring. Okay. I hope I've made my point, and I hope I've squashed some of the sales pitch dreams that are out there that you've heard from your advisors and gurus or whatever. I've got this product. I got this thing that market upside with no downside and 26% bonus or whatever. Listen, if it was that good, don't you think Goldman Sachs would buy it? Morgan Stanley would buy it? Merrill Lynch would buy it? Don't you think they'd buy it with their house money? Of course they would buy it. If it worked like that, it doesn't. Okay? So if you can't explain the annuity you're considering to a 9-year-old, no offense to 9-year-olds, then don't buy it. Okay? If it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time without exception. And if it's not boring, then don't consider it. Everything that we show, everything that we'll talk about is boring. And that's a good thing. So when you call us, it's not going to be some whiz-bang thing. Hey, Stan, what's the best annuity you have? It's the boring one that provides the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation. Hey, Stan, you ever heard of this product this guy's pitched me? Yes, I have, but it's irrelevant because what we look at are the boring contractual guarantees that you should have for chapter 2 of your life. So annuities are boring. Let me just tell you this. It's a good thing. And we're going to preach it, and we're going to yell it, and we're going to scream it, and we're going to promote boring, and we're going to promote contractual guarantees only, because that's the only reason you should be buying an annuity. I'm Stan the Annuity Man. See you next time.